What makes this program different from just the academic training is that it provides a series of professional development alongside the academic skills, as well as networking events such as this evening. Importantly, our graduates spend time in industry, so they get to practice being in industry, understand what the day-to-day life is working in industry, but also putting into practice the professional skills they've learnt while they're here at the university.
I just wanted to have the challenge that a PhD brings to focus on a project and organize yourself for a prolonged period of time. It definitely helps you to rise higher, because you've just shown that you can solve a really hard problem against the challenges. I'm from Germany originally, and doing a PhD is a great opportunity to go to another country and start there.
And looking back, honestly, it was a great decision, because I got to, experience the US, experience a lot of very smart people. I got to understand what research is. And when I did my PhD, I actually had a scholarship from Bell Labs. I got a fellowship after my first year of studies, so that opened me to what actually happens in industry. And then I found, geez, all this stuff I've been doing can actually be useful. That's amazing.
I'm engaging with industry during the PhD, and so it's quite symbiotic. It's been very eye-opening and challenging, but in a positive way, that I've learned I have to adapt the research to what's actually useful for industry. And at the same time, I'm learning so much working with industry that I think I really wish people would know about this in academia, because there's so many things that you could do that with your skills and expertise could answer some key questions.
I guess one of the real reasons I did the PhD was to answer a question which was burning in my brain, and it was specifically related to the fact that something was going to happen in our industry, where I've been working for 25 years, which I thought would have a very significant impact. So I thought, well, if I can do it through a PhD, I can have some real rigour, which for industry is really important, because if a corporation puts forward an idea or a theory, it's much easier to absorb in the public sense if it's academically backed up.
Over a period of 3 to 4 years, you learn to fight for yourself, your ideas, to defend them. You give talks at conferences, I've given talks at Google and other places, and you get butchered, right? I mean, we know that academics really pick on each other. Your reviews of your papers are pretty harsh. We know that. So that builds a certain level of confidence, which really helps you, because when you go to industry and you're responsible for putting a product or a capability or a feature in the product, you have that confidence that I've thought through things. You learn to react.
2 years ago, once I started my PhD, I would have straight said I would want to stay in academia forever. I'm not sure I wouldn't say this anymore. Still love academia, but I also found that a lot of the things that made me want to stay in academia are also possible in industry.
So there is something to be said for when you are trying to push the boundaries with your business idea, of linking that to a PhD where you can access amazing experts, the best in the world, and they help you test your idea with all the difficult questions. Then when you want to take that into practice and actually convert that into real impact, you do have an answer for that. This is what we are sure of, and we know.
Whatever you did for your PhD is going to be the bedrock of your career, because from that everyone will recognise the fact that yes, you're a person that we can rely on.
We have a proud history of generating new technologies that mean a substantial amount for the planet. We need our industry partners in order to transition the technology out of the lab. And of course, central to our research effort is our PhD students. They are the core of our research effort and our research capability. So having PhD students engage with our industry partners, getting our technology into the real world, is profoundly important for us.